Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. Double honors goes to the elders and apostles of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Arababiah coming at you with a quick lesson from the Chicago camp. I titled this lesson, 2 Steps Closer to World War III, the End Time. So I got this from a clip I was looking at. They were talking about the Ukraine strikes on Crimea and how they used U.S. missiles directly to, to attack Russia. And Russia's not happy about that. So they vowed to retaliate on the U.S. for that. So this is getting is ramping up, and it's getting closer and closer to what the Bible prophesied. This war in the beginning, the U.S. and China and the U.S. and Russia, they were all buddies. But because of the way that Esau does his business, they become his enemies, And these people are now banding together to take the U.S. out. I want to read this quick scripture. I want to go to Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So that's what's happening. This kingdom is going to be translated, except it's going to be taken, it's going to be taken back to the people in righteousness. Jake's going to get this back. It's not going to go to China. Esau's going to be the end of the world, So anyway, I want to go ahead and play this video right quick. Check this out.
Place in the last 24 hours that this is going to be causing World War III. As I mentioned, Russia is now coming out and saying that they are summoning the U.S. ambassador to let them know that they will be holding the United States accountable for what is taking place, threatening the United States, saying you will be punished for what has unfolded on the beaches of Crimea in the last 24 hours. Now, also, this comes as we were told that Putin had just threatened U.S. territories. This came out from Russian news. And also, we've also seen that Russia has said that they are requesting a dialogue with the United States to discuss nuclear war and the next steps that could be unfolding here, seeing if there is any way to de-escalate the situation. Russia has also said they're considering changing their nuclear doctrine to change the escalate to de-escalate clause to do preemptive attacks if they feel threatened. In addition to that, Putin also says that they will be potentially delivering weapons here to North Korea and the enemies of the United States as a result of what has been unfolding with the U.S., Ukraine, and Russia. And now this coming out today, again, June 24th, 2024, this is breaking news coming out that Russia is now saying the United States will be held accountable. And if you are wondering, we're having U.S. Members of Congress coming out and saying this is an overdrive of the attacks that have taken place.
Wow. It's getting close. We're really close. I want to say that every time the U.S. makes an agreement or they make a deal with someone, they break it. And this is a perfect example of a deal that they made that they decide they're going to start, directly giving them U.S. missiles, They change it up in the fourth quarter every time. I want to go to Obadiah chapter 1, verse 5. It says, if thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they have stolen till they had enough? If grape grabbers came to thee, would they have left some grapes? This is a perfect example of this man. He just takes everything. It's all for itself. They'll make a deal and they'll go through hard times, and instead of them coming to the table to negotiate, they just change it in the fourth quarter. They decide to do what's best for them. Verse 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are the hidden things sought up? Verse 7, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. Thy that ate bread have laid a wound under thee, and there's none understanding in them. So these same men that were at the table, that profited, that got wealthy from Esau, is now against him, because of his unrighteous dealings, because he doesn't keep his word. So now you have Esau fighting against Esau. And this is not going to slow up. This is going to cause an effect in our economy. It's going to cause the dollar to go up. It's going to cause a lot of tension and civil war. And the scriptures talk about. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 16. I'm gonna start at verse 70. It says, "For there should be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And they should be like madmen, sparing none, but they should still spoiling and destroying those who fear the Lord. For they should waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then should be known who my chosen, and shall be tried as gold is tried in the fire. Oh, this says here, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." So the Lord's going to take his elect, the hopeful elect men, and he's going to protect them during this time. But we're going to go through some hard times, and it's going to be all because of the dealings that Esau have with the other countries. And these people are fed up. I want to go to 2 Ezra chapter 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 22. There's another example. It says, "Suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which every man shall heareth, and they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. And the springs of the fountain should stand still. And in 3 days, in 3 hours, they shall not run. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world." So we got hard times coming up, and this is what's going to start it right here. This is the beginning of it, and the scriptures talk about, let's get that. Esau is the end of the world. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 6, start at verse 7. It says, "Then answered I and said, What should be the parting asunder of times? And when shall the end of the first and the beginning of it that follow? And he said unto me, From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow." So the elect men of Israel, we got next, and this is this is where we at, and this is going to be the cause of this. You're seeing Bible prophecy being played out right now, so it's important that we cleave to the wisdom of the scriptures. That's Isaiah 33:6, and also that we cleave to the men of the Lord that's teaching it, so we can get understanding. This is an important time. And another thing too is that mark, we can't take that. We must make sure that we don't be a part of that. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles that taught us this of GMS. Salutations to the hopeful elect. This is Rabbi Abaya. Shalom till next time, Lord willing. Shalom.